gentleman we're going to have come speak to us today. I had the pleasure of playing under him a couple years ago. Back in 06, one of my high school head coaches, our high school coach, special teams coordinator on the offensive side of the ball. So me and Coach Baker got really, really tight. After that, I went off to school for 4 years. Coach Baker kept in touch with me the whole entire time. I get out of college, get a job at Conroe. Coach Baker's still there. So we went from, he was my coach, and then we worked together, and then now it's become a friendship that's going to last to the end. And there's nobody else. When I got the job, and we talked about this last night, there's one human being that I wanted to come talk to you before our very first game together. Okay, it's somebody who's very instrumental in my life. There will be some guys there tonight that not only have molded me to what I am today, but have worked with Coach Hal. They've become good friends. Like this guy's going to be around. And he said from day one when I got the job, he said he wants to do anything that's going to help y'all out. Not me, help y'all out. Okay? He's gotten out of coaching. Okay? Now he's become a life coach to me. Okay? As far as now he's interviewing, he has something called the Success Chronicles, where he goes and he's interviewed. List off a couple of them that you've interviewed.
Who? No. Just Mike Evans, receiver for the Bucks. A couple authors, John Gordon, Coach Hyman. That's a few people, but I'm not much of a talk about me, guys, so I'll give it back to you.
Without further ado, I call him Coach Baker. This is Chip Baker.
First off, guys, I want to say thank you so much for the warm welcome. Thanks. This is one thing, Coach Hyman, I'm going to make sure I say this. While you guys went in here, I was just walking up to sit up, and those guys were talking. They saw me walking up, and they thought I was about to speak, and they all made sure that they were on point and quiet. And so, man, I'm telling you, like a little thing like that, like being disciplined and being respectful, man, it'll carry you a long way in life. So again, I know I told you this already, but I want to tell you, thanks so much for that. That means a lot. But I also wanted your coaches to know that too, because that shows them, hey, we ain't got to worry about them guys. They know what they're supposed to do, right?
Yes, sir.
Thank you for that. Thanks to Coach Hyman for having me. Just like he said, first I want to just tell you that guy means a lot to me. And I'll go to war for that dude, just so you know. And anything that he needs, and I can give it to him, I'm going to do it. And so he reached out to me and asked me to come, and I was just super excited. I was excited like you were on game day, right? You said, is that a question? Right? So I was super excited to make sure I get here with you guys. So I just want to say thank you so much for having me, and I hope that, after our time here, that I'll say something to you guys that you can take, not only use for the game today, because that's what's, keeping the main thing, that's what's important today, right? But I hope that you can take some of the things that I'm going to talk to you about and use those in your life to help you be successful and to help you be great. Got that?
Yes, sir.
All right, so I want to start off by telling you a story. That story is about a guy. Y'all like stories?
Yes, sir.
I like stories too. And the story is about a guy who grew up in a pretty decent area. Had a pretty good family, grew up in a good family, but that guy was involved with a team, and they achieved some amazing things, right? As a team, they achieved greatness. If you looked at their team, one would say, man, how are you guys able to do those things? Like, how did y'all do that? How did y'all accomplish all of those things? I don't know, you may not quite be fast enough, you may not be, looking on paper, you may not be, like strong, all like that. But they did great things regardless. There were some traits that all of those guys on that team had. They had vision. Okay, they had a vision about what they were going to do. and not just in their sport, but in their life. They believed that they could achieve greatness, right? And then the third thing is they took the proper actions that it takes to achieve that greatness. And the guy in that story is your head coach, Coach Hyman. And that's a true story. That's a true story because I was a part of that staff that coached that team. That's why I know that. And so I want to talk to you today about what it takes to achieve greatness. And again, like, yes, football, yes, win the game, but to me, my goal is to teach you life lessons through the sport of football. Because these lessons that you're going to learn in football, and you don't quite know this yet, but your coaches will attest to this, it's teaching you disciplines that are transferable skills that you're going to take and use in your life to help you be better. It's going to help you be a great husband. It's going to help you be a great father. It's going to help you have a great job and be responsible and do the things for your family that you need to do so that they're taken care of. You don't know that yet, but I'm telling you, and your coaches can tell you this too, the same things that we learned when we were there is carrying us through our life now. So I want to talk to you a little bit about those things. So the first thing is, what I say the first thing is? Vision. Come on, one more time. What is that? Vision. Vision. Okay, there's a quote by Inky Johnson. He's a pretty inspirational, motivational guy that I follow, love what he does. But there's a quote that says, how you view what you do will always affect how you do what you do. I'm going to say that one again. I'm going to ask somebody to tell me what they think that means, okay? So the quote is, how you view what you do will always affect how you do what you do. Can somebody raise your hand and tell me what you think that means? What does that mean, my man?
If you see it in a certain way, you'll do it in that way.
Right. If you see it in a certain way, you'll do it in that way. Good. Thank you. Anybody else? Another one? Anybody else want to take a gander at it? Okay. So yes, you're right. And I think you have to have a proper perspective, right? So if you look at it in a positive light, then what's going to come out on the other end? Yeah, positive things, right? If you look at it in a negative light, okay, what's going to come out of it? Negative things. Okay, so you have to have a vision and see it the right way, but then you also have to have a vision to see where you want to go, right? So, like, if you don't know where you're going, what you're trying to achieve, how are you going to get there, right? So for you guys, it starts with setting those goals. Let's be 1-0 today, right? And as you, and I say 1-0, I'm not just talking about the game, but I'm just talking about each day. As you go each day, just conquer the day, today. Have that vision and focus in and conquer the day. And let me give you a vision here. So if I'm trying to walk over to that step, over to that chair right there, okay? Yes, I should probably look at the chair, huh? Yeah. But I should also probably watch each step as I go, right? What if it's a banana there and I slip and I fall? I'm not laughing. I might slip and I might fall. So I have to take each step with precision, right? Like precise steps, right? And so that's what we have to do in our life. We have to take each step with precision, and it comes with having a vision, okay? The next thing that guys do, that people do, that achieve greatness is they believe. You gotta believe. If you believe you can, guess what? You can. If you believe you can't, guess what? You can't. And it all starts with the belief. And I'm not saying in an arrogant way. I'm not saying I'm this, I'm going to do. No, not like that. What I'm saying is have the confidence to know that because I put the work in every day and I did everything that I was supposed to do and I was on point, I deserve it. Right?
Yes, sir.
If you know that you've done everything that you were supposed to do and taking care of your business, then you can believe that, hey, you're worthy of achieving. And that's what it's about. You got to have belief. And the last thing is actions. So yeah, Coach, people that achieve greatness, they have vision. Yeah, check. Okay, people that achieve greatness, they believe. Check. Okay, well, how do they get to that greatness? Well, I'm glad you asked that, guys. Oh wait, you didn't ask it, but I'm gonna tell you that anyway. How about that? That's a good plan. Okay. All right. So how you get to that is by taking the proper steps each day. Okay. You have to take intentional actions because intentional actions give you intentional what? Results. Right. So if I'm conscientious about, man, I'm gonna work my tail off every day because I want to get stronger. Well, guess what I'm gonna do? Get stronger. I'm gonna work my tail off every day to be a great guy, and be respectful, and do things the right way. On the other side of that is I grow and be a great guy because I've done things the right way. And I have a principle that I use in my life. And I want to share that with you. Y'all mind if I share this with you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. And so I'm not out here just talking, saying, hey guys, try this. You know, hey, do this. No, like I really do this in my life. Okay, and I call it the SHG principle. And the S in the SHG principle is show up, right? So if you sign up for something, have your butt there. If you tell somebody you're gonna do something, do it, right? Show up. And if you can't show up, then you gotta communicate with those people the right way. Y'all agree with that?
Yes, sir.
You gotta let them know what's going on. And so now they know, hey, it means something to him. He's intentional about it, right? The H is have a great attitude. And for me, gratitude is the attitude that determines our altitude. I'm gonna say that one again for you, okay? Gratitude is the attitude that determines our altitude. What does that mean? Somebody tell me what that means? Anybody? What you got, my man?
How good we think of ourselves depends on how high we can go.
Okay, so I'm gonna repeat that, and if I get it wrong, you tell me, okay?
Sir.
How good we think of ourselves determines how high we can go.
Yes, sir.
All right? Yes, but more so I'm saying you have to be grateful, right? No, you're good, man. No, I appreciate you stepping out there and saying something. You're good, okay? You have to be grateful for what you do have. You know, yes, things could be better, but they could also be a lot worse, right? Yeah, so we have to be grateful for what we do have and then grow on that, okay? So show up, have a great attitude, and then the G is give your all. And none of us are perfect. We all make mistakes, right? The goal is to give 100% every day, right?
Sir.
Yeah, okay. Let me ask you this. Do you think that we're all capable of giving 100% every day? Probably not, right? But are we all capable of giving everything we got to give every day?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we are. Okay? So give your all. If it's 90% today, give that. If all you got is 50%, man, give it to me. Give it today. If you got 30%, give that today. And what happens is it allows you to have continued growth, right? Because whatever it is you got, you gave that day and you got better. So that's the SHG principle. Show up, have a great attitude, and give your all. So check this out. So if I SHG today, is that a pretty good day for me?
Yes, sir.
Y'all think that's a pretty good day?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I think so. So then at the end of the day, I reflect. I see what else I need to work on for the next day, and then bam, next day I hit the ground running. And I SHG the next day. Is that a pretty good day?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay, and I reflect. The next day, bam, hit the ground running. SHG, that's another good day. So you see where I'm going with it. So if I do that for a week, is that a good week?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. If I do that for a month, is that a good month?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so you see where I'm going. So then it becomes a good year. Then it becomes good years, plural, right?
Yes, sir.
And so what happens is, like when I get to go visit the big man, y'all know who the big man is, right?
Yes, sir.
Get out of the spiritual a little bit. Okay, when I get to go visit the big man, I can look back on it and be proud of the things that I've done in my life. Because not only will I be able to leave a legacy, I will have lived a legacy by my day-to-day actions, right? And it all started with me SHG and showing up, having a great attitude each day. And that's what the ones that do great things, that's what they do. So in closing, man, to achieve greatness, what it takes is first a vision. You gotta have a great vision. Secondly, you gotta believe. Man, you gotta believe that you can do it. And I'm here to tell you that you can. Like whatever you're gonna face, whoever you're gonna go up against this year, I don't care who you are. I'm just gonna say it like this. Bring it on, sucker, I hit you in the mouth. Right? I don't care who you are, you can get it. And that's the mentality that you got to have. Believe that you can do it and go get it done. And then the last phase is take the proper actions. You can't expect to have great things happen if you don't get the proper rest. Right? You can't expect to have great things happen if you don't put good stuff in your body. You can't expect to have great things happen if you don't work your butt off. But when you do those things, man, it's going to surprise you. It's going to surprise you all the great things you're able to do. And so, again, guys, thanks so much for having me. I truly appreciate it. I'm so proud. Coach has been keeping me up to date. So proud of you guys. So happy for the things that you guys are doing. And man, I'm excited to see how you gonna do. They better watch out. They better watch out.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right. And then one thing that I always say, guys, hey, significant success, greatness don't just come to you. You got to go make it happen. Okay? And you got to go get it. You got to go make great things happen. And you're capable of going to get it. You're capable of making great things happen. So, hey, thank you. Go get it.
Go get it.